What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Edward, and on Instagram, I go by Trail Ready 4Runner. Welcome. All right, as you guys already know from the title of this video, we're gonna go over this CalmDo fridge. I didn't pay for this fridge. It was a gift from a good friend of mine, but I wanted to do a review on it just because I know there's a lot of you guys that want to get into this off-road camping and overland community, and one of the things that you often see is fridges on the trail. This is my first fridge. I have buddies who have like Dometics and ARBs, and they're really good, but they're very expensive. I mean, you're looking at about over $1,000 for a fridge. This one comes in at about, I believe, I'll notate it, but I think like $350 maybe, or in the $200 to $300 range, which is super affordable. Let's get into what I like and what I don't like. All right, so let's go over a little bit about the fridge. So the fridge is about a 37 quart. It does run you about $299, so $300. The lid is reversible, so you can put it on this side or turn it around and open it on the other side, which is nice. The buttons up front are really simple. So there's a positive, negative, and then an on-off. And then there's also a screen here that tells you the temperature and the voltage of your battery, which is really helpful. You got the the compressor down here that keeps everything cold. This could freeze if you want, or you can use it as a refrigerator. So everything is pretty cold. Like, I'm actually really surprised how helpful having a refrigerator is. Like, no more worrying about your salad getting all soggy because it's at the bottom of your cooler. So just no more dealing with ice, which is really, really nice. For my situation, being that I normally camp with my wife and 2 little daughters, this is kind of small. 37 quarts isn't enough. I think we need about a 50-ish, 55-ish, maybe like 47 to 55 quart would be perfect for a, full-size family. But trips on my own, this is plenty. I'm able to store all my drinks in here, food for like a weekend trip, and I have no issues. All right, so I know you guys are gonna ask how it compares to a Dometic. So here you go. Obviously, this isn't apples to apples because of their price point and the quality of the product. I know they both do the same thing, but the fact that Dometic has put in so much R&D into creating their product specifically for the off-road community is hard to compare the two, but there are some similarities and differences that I can talk about. All right, so the CalmDo, I think that's the way you pronounce it. It's either CalmDo or CalmDo, I don't know. But the CalmDo is a 37 quart and the Dometic is a 35 quart. Here are some specs that we can compare. All right, so the last 2 specs I kind of want to talk about. So as you can see, the CalmDo does draw less current, but the Dometic has some fail-safe features that prevents your fridge from drawing too much power where you can't start your battery. If you guys see my last video, the CalmDo actually was still continuing to draw even though my battery was too low to start my vehicle. So that's a big feature that personally I would love to have. The other one is the weight. Again, even though the CalmDo is lighter, I think that has to do with the thickness of the plastic that they use to surround the cooler and the insulation that they use to keep the fridge cold. So I couldn't put them head to head as far as in my hand testing, but I'm almost positive that the Dometic would use less power due to the fact that the insulation and plastic is thicker. All right, so let's go over the cons. And none of the cons really have to do with the fridge itself. It's more things that I wish the fridge had in order to fit our lifestyle and our community. I wish it had physical handles, because this is fine to like lift it and move it around. But for our situation where it's sitting in the back of the truck, I need a way to strap this down. So the way that I do it is normally you would use this tie down point to a handle here and then one in the back. But the way I've been doing it is I take this strap, I put it in this strap, then I take my back strap, tie it to the back of here, and then I use this to hold it down so it sits like this in the car when we're off-roading. It's fine, it works great. It doesn't like move, shift or anything. But the thing is, when we stop and just say somebody wants a water, in order for me to get to this, I pull it, slide it out. I have to undo the straps, move them to the side, lift, get it out, strap it back, and then push it in. Where if it had a handle, I would only have to lift the lid, close the lid, slide it in. So it's little things like that that are a little annoying that it doesn't have, but I don't think they made this fridge in thought of fitting the Overland community. I think this fridge was made for the average person that wants a fridge in their vehicle. There's this strap here to hold the lid from falling. Sometimes it falls. It doesn't lean back far enough, so it just falls like as you're grabbing stuff, which I think it could be improved by just lengthening this just a hair. It doesn't have to be much. Another thing is this lid. I do like that it has a rubber seal gasket on it, but when it closes, it just has these two little teeth that grab the fridge, and it doesn't feel like a secure like close, if that makes any sense. I wish it would close and then maybe like another latch would come down and kind of seal it tight, because all that's doing is preventing any cold air from escaping the seal. And I do realize it has a gasket, but looking at like other people's fridges, that's one thing that stood out to me. All right, so here's my conclusion. Would I recommend this product? And is it something that can replace a Dometic or a ARB fridge? I wouldn't say this product would replace those items, but it does fit into a niche where if you don't want to spend over $1,000 on a refrigerator that you use not very often, then yes, I think a budget option fridge is a smart move. This fridge in particular is lacking a lot of those features, but if you don't mind living without those features that we talked about earlier, then yeah, it's a decent product. I've tested it for over 4 months. It's been on between 4 to 6 trips with me, so it's not a ton of testing, but I wanted to get this video out for those people that are in the market. So if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the perfect fridge, which I don't think there's one out there yet, I would probably give this a average score of about like 6 to 6.5, just because it's missing a lot of those features. All right, guys, that's all for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.